What's going on, you guys? It's your man, Two Down Dan, back with another video, and I'm super stoked to be bringing this one. We got local San Diego rider here, Rogue, with his 660. Now, the Aprilia RS660 is an absolutely phenomenal bike. You cannot go wrong with this, especially if you're looking for just a street bike and then maybe something to as well get into on the track. This thing will be an absolute beast. I'm going to go over a few of the modifications and stuff that he's got on this bike, just in case you're looking to pick one up and you want to grab some of this stuff, because he's got this thing absolutely mint. Like, you couldn't have done a better job with this. And then this is the, what'd you say, the Trident edition? The Tribute edition. The Tribute edition. So this is one of the limited edition RS 660s that you can get. Much better looking than some of the stock ones that I've seen. I honestly have never seen this one in person. The gold forks look insane. Of course, he's got the domino grips, and I will say, just by touching this throttle, it's got a ride-by-wire throttle. The snapping on this is unreal compared to this Ninja 500. First of all, I got like a little bit of wiggle room in play before anything even happens, and then it activates, and it just does not twist back like this RS 660. So, like I said, we're going to go over some of his mods. We're going to hit the road. We're going to rip the highway. We're going to head down to my favorite spot, Belmont Park, down by the beach. And yeah, dude, I want you guys to just hang out, enjoy, and take a good look at the Ninja 500 versus the RS660. Oh, you're good. Because both of these bikes are going to be great. And I know a lot of people, when they're looking at their first bike or something like that, they're afraid that they're going to maybe grow out of a Ninja 500. So they're maybe looking at the 600 class. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on the 660. They're looking at R7s, maybe CF Moto 675, but the Aprilia RS 660 is a fantastic option. He's got a full system SC project. The titanium's already starting to blue down there. Absolutely mint. EvoTech frame sliders, EvoTech levers, almost Rizoma mirrors. They literally look like the friggin' $500 Rizomas, but they're Amazon. So nice. Black tinted windscreen. As you know, we got the same setup. Black tinted windscreen, not the nice fake Rizomas, the shitty $30 Amazon ones. But if you guys look at both of the front ends of these bikes, they're so aggressive, they're so sick, and they look like true super sports. I really like that about both the front ends on these. Now, he's also got a race gas cap. Now, a bunch of you guys have been saying some absolute nonsense about these race gas caps, talking about putting sugar in there and all this shit. I'm just going to let you guys know that that is absolute nonsense. Nobody is going to come up to your bike and be like, oh my God, race gas cap. Let me pull out the sugar that I've been having in my pocket for 5 years waiting to put in someone's bike. Never. Absolutely never. If you want a race gas cap, they're sick. I would buy one. You already know I rock one too. So we've kind of talked about it a little bit. Now I'm sure you guys want to see us ride. So we're going to hit the highway. Let's get it. Ooh, listen to that thing. But I'm going to try to break down the specs and everything a little bit for you guys. And so you can get a really good understanding of kind of who the 660 is for, why he bought it, and kind of just his whole riding experience and time on the 660. He's been on the 660 for a year now, and he said he's been absolutely loving it. He's made his way up the ranks with bikes. He started, I forget the exact first bike he started on, but then he had an NK 450, the naked bike. And then he also, once he went from the NK 450, let's go, baby. This bike is so clean. It's unreal. I've been wanting to ride with Rogue for a hot minute now. He's really good buddies with another rider in our area, RHD Tim, who's got some insane super bikes, R1M, H2, ZX10RR. But unfortunately, his buddy went down recently on his H2, and they haven't been riding as much, so me and him are actually going to get after it a little bit. and he's got full, like, he's got a nice tune on there, velocity stacks, and he said it's absolutely pushing. But the RS660, if you didn't know, is a parallel twin. Oh my god. 659cc parallel twin with all of the goodies. You know what I mean? It's got auto shift up, auto flip down, quick shifter up. It's got cruise control. The whole electronics package on the 660 is phenomenal. So if you're looking for that bike that's really going to be you know, technology advanced and in that like middle range, you're really going to want to look at the 660. And it's going to be at around $11,500 before taxes and registration and all that stuff. So it's a pretty good price point, I think. I think it's a little bit above the R7 for good reason. A lot of bikes that people try to compare the 660 to are going to be like the Ninja 650, the CF Moto 675, the R7, and then actually the ZX4RR. Once the ZX4RR is tuned and full exhaust and stuff, they're kind of making, I mean, not around the same, because the RS660 should be able to do 100 horsepower, and I'm not exactly sure what people are pulling out of those 4RRs right now. I think around like 75 to 80. But let's get a little pull here. Yeah! Let's go! Tail tidy. He's got an Amazon tail tidy. Looks super clean. And he is he's not a daily rider. This is just for fun for him. So he's put about 5,000 miles on that bike in a year, which is really good. And he hasn't changed the stock tires or anything like that, so he's still rocking the stock. But a lot of everything else, just like my bike, he hasn't touched the fairings because it's a, you know, that limited edition, which is really good. If you buy a sick like limited edition bike, I wouldn't touch the fairings, bro. I'm not touching the fairings on this. Someone told me to wrap this thing all black. I was like, bro, why would I buy a limited edition 40th anniversary bike to wrap it all black? Yeah, so he's pulling away pretty quick. But we're still ripping though. Full pin. Yup. Yes, sir. Baby, it feels so good to be outside, you guys. Yo, thank you so much for being here, watching another video. We still got plenty of time left on this one, but yeah, man, I just wanted to say thank you right off the rip, because I know I was talking a whole bunch at the beginning, and yeah, man, you guys are amazing. The channel's been doing great. I've been having so much fun getting out here and putting the vlogs out bi-daily. I'm gonna try to keep that schedule going as much as I can, and keep trying to get out here with as many other riders in San Diego as possible and let you guys see some of these bikes, you know, because I've shown you the 500 for over a year now. You guys know everything about it, you know all the mods, and yeah, dude, it just makes sense to show you guys what's out there, what options are available. Because if you're thinking that you're gonna buy your first bike and grow out of it or whatever, then, and you think you have the confidence to handle a bigger bike, well, a parallel twin 660 might be a sick option for you if you have the money, bro. Because it's gonna be expensive. Out the door, you're probably gonna be around like 12.5, 3,000. 12.5, 13,000. But for that bike, how can you go wrong? Let's cut up a little bit. Man, we're having a day ski out here. I got work later, but we're up early recording a vlog for you guys, man. Every day out here on the bike right now during winter feels like an absolute blessing. Yes, sir. And I hope you guys are loving this nice little comparison. And of course these bikes are not really in the same range, you know, price point, it's almost double, horsepower, it's almost double. They're pushing like 54 horsepower on this Ninja 500, and he can push 100 horsepower on that bike. Woo! Pop sounds so good on that SC Project. And if you didn't see my last video, go check out the Kaufman exhaust video. I got this brand new slip-on out here. Thanks to Kaufman's. And we're heading down. We're in the more oceanside area now. Thank God, bro. The breeze feels so good. I was sweating so bad at being in this video, my guys. It's like 72 degrees right now, bro. Middle of freaking December. I cannot believe it's almost Christmas already. Absolutely crazy. We're about to hit an absolutely fat corner, you guys. One of my favorite corners. You got SeaWorld over there. People are enjoying the holiday season at all these theme parks and everything. Actually, Scotty, my boy, bro, I know you're here. I know you're listening. I hope you had a fantastic time at Universal or up there in LA, dude. Absolute beast. Here's this corner. Oh, it's a shit corner by me. I did not hit that corner that clean that time. I felt like I was going wider and wider and wider every second there. Oh man, now we're kind of just here relaxing, chilling, getting this final little cruise sesh. Yes, sir, ski. Yeah. Bro, absolutely beautiful, man. This is why I live here now, you know? Boston at home, it's all cold, gross, snowy. And I'm sorry if that's what it's like where you're watching this video right now. Timestamp this and be like, yeah, brother, it's snowing right now, or it's got snow on the ground. I can't stand that shit, man. I gotta live out here in Cali, bro. I can't go back. People at work are like, oh, you're gonna go home and see your family and all that. I'm like, bro, I am home. Let's go. This is my place, bro. I never want to leave here. I never want to leave this 500 and this bike life. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, sir. 2 down to all the bikers. This was a freaking awesome ride. Let me know if there's anything I missed right now in the comments if you're looking for 660 information. I have a lot of information in you know, my head that maybe I didn't get out or something. But oh boy, does it feel good to just be down here at the beach. You get down, you smell the ocean, and I immediately feel more relaxed, more calm. And again, thank you guys for all the nice notes and everything on the quitting smoking journey, bro. Because it's real shit. I know a lot of you guys are maybe still addicted or whatever, dude. We can do this shit together 100%. I know that we can quit. I've been about a week without it, and I've honestly never felt better in my entire life right now. So if you're still looking to quit, let me know in the comments, dude, and we can go and do this journey together. You know, it's been just something that has been in the way of my daily habits, I think, for too long. Like literally, like I said, about 8 years since sophomore year of college, I got addicted, and now I finally just tossed everything. Every vape, every bong, every edible, hundreds, maybe even $1,000 worth of stuff, bro. And I still get free stuff, and I just toss it in the trash right now because this is the only life I care about. Riding this 500, riding with others in San Diego. This bike is absolutely beautiful. Oh, the only thing I didn't really talk about was kind of like seat height and weight and a few things like that. It's definitely going to be, you know, a more advanced seating position. He doesn't have clip-ons or anything on like that, so it's not super lowered, but it's still, here, I'll give a quick little sit on it again. I can 100% tell that the seat is wider, like my legs are further out than it is on the Ninja 500. Also, it's not like I feel too much more of the weight, but I do know this is about 20 to 25 pounds heavier. And the really dope thing about this is it's not that much heavier, and you get an extra gallon of gas. Mine's only like a 3.1. I know these have a 4-gallon gas tank. So you're getting a good amount of miles out of these each tank, which is really dope. But if you're 5'10", you're, as you can tell, easily flat-footing this bike with a good little bend in your knee too. So yeah, dude, don't worry about how tall it's going to be. You know, if you're like my height or 5'8" or whatever, it's an absolutely sweet bike. What else? Anything else you got to say about it, dude? Yeah, he loves it. He's been on it about a year, and then he said he's going to the next bike after the next season, so probably another year on this. He's hoping to get the S1K. Let's get it. So yeah, dude, as you guys know, thank you so much for watching another video. If I missed anything, hit me up in the comments. I'll try to, you know what I mean, I answer everything. Whether it's Ninja 500, Aprilia RS.660, I can always hit him back up and answer any questions. But the bike is beautiful. I've been wanting to ride with him for quite a bit now and just take a look at this bike. Such a sweet day. As you guys know, the subscription button's right there in the middle. It helps me so much. And I got 2 videos on the left and right. If you haven't seen them, go check one of them out. Appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.